people. Today we're doing another St. Patrick's set. These are from my own nails. And let's get started. You should know up front this was Plan C. This was not the original design I had in mind. I had all kinds of issues. But we're going to start off with Beetles. Very pale green. This set ended up taking me about 2 hours, although I had an hour of time that I wasted trying something that just did not work for me, which I'll go into in a little bit. So I shaved that off. Technically it took me around 3 hours by the time I did a bunch of stuff that didn't work out, so we just shaved that hour off of it. This is a fairly simple set. If you can do stamping, then you can do this set. And going at this again, I know I could knock this out much faster if I have to redo. Okay, we're on to the second coat. And just know that I did a third coat, but I'm not going to show you that one because it was still looking a little streaky. I don't really know why. I don't usually have that issue with the Beetles polish, but this particular color seemed a little on the thin side. So we're going to get this second coat on, and then you won't see the third coat, but just know that it's there. Also, I want to take the time to welcome new subscribers. Picked up a couple more recently. And you guys, I'm only 15 subscribers away from getting 200. I'm so excited. I know that doesn't seem like much to most of the people out there that have their YouTube channels, but for me, that's a huge deal. Okay, the stamping plate I'm using is the same one I used for the last set you guys saw. We're going to use that vine clover looking one and this stamping polish. Now see that design that looks like plaid lines with the clover cluster in the middle? That is the original one that I wanted to do. I could not, for the life of me, get those clovers to pick up and be solid. And I did not want to have to go and hand paint them on top of there. So I scrapped that one. I tried the next one over there that's got the straight lines going down through the clovers. That one didn't work for me either. So this was, like I said, this one is Plan C. Also, what I wasted so much time on was I originally stamped all of these with white gel stamping polish, and I was going to use a chrome powder to go, rub over them, and it would to stick to the design that I stamped. And I did a test before I started, and it worked fine there. But when I went to do it on my own nails, it just would not stick. So I think what happened is I cured the stamping polish too much before I went to put the chrome on. So I ended up having to file all of that stamp design off every single nail, because I had done all of them, of course, and start over with this one. So why I didn't just use this stamping polish in the first place, because it basically is giving me the same color look I would have got with the chrome. I don't know. I guess I just like to make things difficult for myself. But anyway, we're moving on. I think this is the last one I'm going to show you of those. We did all the fingers except the ring fingers and the thumbs. And now I am moving on to this straight line one. This one, a couple of these took me a couple of tries because as I was putting it onto my finger, let me just backtrack. We need to clean the excess off of there because we don't want it picking up on the nail. When I put this on, I wasn't fully paying attention, so I got my line, it wasn't nice and straight, it got crooked. So a couple of these I had to wipe off and do again. Now this one has just slightly got a little bit of a crooked, but it wasn't bad enough to cause me to redo it. But I'm going to do that on the thumb and the other ring finger. And now we've moved on to top coat. I'm using tempered top coat for this. I'm not stressing out about those lines being just a little tiny bit crooked because they'll get straightened out when the crystals go on those. And that's going to cure, and now I've done the rest. We're moving on to the crystals. Those are the crystals we're going to use. We're going to use these next to the biggest caviar beads. And we will just go ahead and get the glue on there. I'm just running a line of glue right down the edge of that, where that stamp design is. I'm liking the way this crystal caviar bead design came out on these. I hadn't done it like this before. So it was really quick and easy, and I really liked the way it looked. And we're just going to alternate between the small crystals and the caviar beads. Now I started off alternating them as I put them on, but I'm quickly going to change over to just putting all the beads, the crystals on first. Then I'll go back and put the beads in between, so I don't have to keep switching between tools for that. While you're watching me do this, as I did not speed this one up, next time for you I have a set of pastel marble nails that could be for Easter. They're not specifically for that, but they could very well be. They turned out pretty cute. They're just very plain and simple, no embellishments, if you can believe that. So that'll be next week. The week after that, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, as I had to get a week ahead, as I'll be going on my spring trip out to my parents pretty soon, on the 16th. So as you guys know, I got to get ahead before I go out there, so you don't have to go without having any videos. Not that you guys would care that much, but I like to keep a steady flow going. And always with these caviar beads, I seem to have issues with them sticking together, and I don't know why that happens, but it does. Also, I've started using the dotting tool to put my caviar beads on instead of the little brush that I was using most of the time before. It seems to work a lot easier. Most of the time I can get them off of there easier than with the brush. And we're just going to scooch them all up until we have them in a nice line. I'm going to need another one in there. And as I said, these were quick and easy. Well, they would have been quick and easy if I hadn't had all those issues, but for somebody redoing or trying to do this, it would be very quick and easy to do. I'm feeling like I could knock this set out in an hour easy, even though it took me 3 hours to get it done myself. And there we are. That's what we have. That's the finished, how that's going to look. And we're going to do that on both thumbs and the other ring finger, which I'm not going to show, but it's the same thing. And then we are going in with one more layer top coat just along the sides of those ones we just put all the crystals on, just to cover up the gluey mess that may or may not be there. In my case, it usually is there. I seem to make a mess out of the glue all the time, even when I'm trying to be careful. And then we'll clean that glue off my fingers and get this one. You can see that the pale green polish looks a little streaky kind of there too. Most of that's because I had to file off the stamp design with the white stamping polish that I had on all my nails. So thank goodness I did do 3 coats of that base, or I would have had really streaky looking ones. I would have had to redo the whole base again. And we'll just smooth that out. And here we are with the finished set. Easy peasy. Spring breezy. Alright. If you like this set, please give me a like. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to see more, I upload new ones every Saturday. And just for you guys that wonder if my Mandy matches my Petty, it usually does. So I put this picture in here just for you guys. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good St. Patrick's Day. Bye-bye.